Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by allaboutparrots.com. As the title suggests, today we'll be briefly talking about parrot feathers, why parrots can lose them, what it can mean, and what actions you can take as an owner. As we all know, the core beauty and wonder of a parrot is in the appearance. Gorgeous feathers with robust colors. However, sometimes feathers can fall out. Some parrots can actually give the appearance that they're going bald. So, what's it all about? Let's take a closer look with this core information summary. A parrot's feathers will fall out for natural reasons 1 to 2 times a year due to molting cycles that all birds experience. It's a healthy way for parrots to generate newer, stronger feathers and to build nests. However, feathers may also fall out for reasons such as disease, infections, overgrooming, and emotional problems. So, as you can tell, it's a mixed bag. It can be for natural reasons, or it could be due to stress, frequent grooming, or a major health concern. Before we begin our discussion in full, it should be noted that parrots can be quite aggressive on themselves if their needs are not being met. If your pet is all alone in its cage while extremely bored and stressed, self harm can occur. If things get severe, medical issues can arise from this behavior, even to the point where feathers will not grow back. This is why it's vital to monitor everything, look for signs of extremes. It's also important to play your role as a responsible owner. And before we take a deep dive into this topic, a quick shout out to you, the viewer. We thank you for your time and we value your support. Much appreciated. Now, let's get started. Now it's time for a bit of a crash course into what to look for. This can prove to be invaluable, as the sooner you notice the problem, the sooner it can get resolved, especially if feather loss is not from a natural process. Look for the following: batches of feathers at the bottom of the cage, patchy spots, balding in spots, feathers that appear to be uneven and give off a messy appearance, and some white spots, almost like your bird has some dandruff. So, if you find and see all of these things, what do you do? We'll take it a step further. Check for extreme bald patches. Can you see bare skin? If so, there's a major issue at hand. How is your parrot behaving in general? Have things changed? Is it deeper than just appearance? Does your parrot have a cage mate? If so, how are they interacting? Are they aggressive? All of these questions and factors can help you to decide if a trip to the vet is needed. If you've owned your bird for a long time, it will naturally become much easier to know what's normal and what isn't. Trust your knowledge, but also trust your instincts. It's better to be safe than sorry. Take your parrot to the vet if things are not quite looking right or sitting right with you as an owner. As we mentioned in our introduction, it's perfectly natural for parrots to lose feathers. It's good for them. It's a normal cycle. 1 or 2 feathers will typically fall out during a grooming session. Not only is it normal, it's quite healthy. Feather loss is good for regenerating feathers, the removal of old and damaged feathers. It's also good for keeping warm and keeping cool. Take some off and then add a little, all depending on environmental changes. How about building nests? Parrots often use a few feathers as a means to line their nest. This creates padding and support for their young. It's only when overgrooming, high tension stress, or illness is the root cause that there is something really to worry about. The act alone of losing feathers is not, on its face, an issue of concern. Because parrots don't have the strongest immune systems, it really doesn't take all that much to cause an issue. Because parrots will do everything they can to somewhat treat their own health problems, feathers can be the first things to go. It's really a choice: protect the body or protect the feathers. If feathers are shedding, this could be a sign that something is wrong health wise. The harsh plucking of feathers can signal stress and irritation, as we've documented, but it can also be a sign of infection. The more the infection increases, the more distressed and uncomfortable the parrot becomes. Once the issue itself has been remedied, a parrot's feathers will grow back, unless there is severe scarring or damage caused by the infection at a localized area. Overgrooming due to infection can also lead to follicle damage. These issues can hurt the bird's ability to fly, maintain heat, and protect the skin from injury in the future. Please consult your vet if your parrot's feathers have not returned following an episode of illness or other diagnosed causes. Treatment and a change in diet can be helpful in some cases. While we've spoken about feather loss on the mass of the body, what about the eyes? If your parrot is suffering in this manner, the core issue could be a sinus infection, eye infection, or skin irritation. While antibiotics can remedy these issues, it's key that your parrot receives a proper diagnosis from a trained professional. It's also not uncommon for a parrot to lose feathers under the wings and the head for similar reasons, as well as the many other reasons that we have noted throughout this material. And on that note, that will close things out for the video portion of our material. But if you'd like to know more about this specific subject, please head on over to allaboutparrots.com at the conclusion of this video. There you will find a detailed article about everything we've discussed today and so much more. Our expert writers have provided you with some excellent information, so please check it out if you wish to take an even deeper dive into this very important topic. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, please click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to the article in question. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.